Sitting in his office at school, Emil Wadia tells us of the day he nearly lost his life.
The
explosion happened while we were praying. It was so quick, I first thought it was one of the large screens above us that burst and blew up. But when I woke up, I looked around and found everyone either on the floor or sleeping on the decks full of blood. That's when I realized it was a bomb blast.
What made matters worse is that he couldn't save a friend who sat close to him.
I looked at him and he was leaning on the deck as if sleeping. I tried to pull him up, but I couldn't. My leg was injured, so I couldn't press on it to pull his weight up. Also from the shock of the incident, I felt very weak. Then one of his friends joined me as we tried to pull him to safety, but it was too late. We could see he was in his last breath and he passed away.
The ordeal was hard to take for Emil, but as a teacher, he felt obliged to stand as an example to his students.
I had to go back where it all happened in the church to be a role model to my students and teach them that fear is the worst disease you can have. Should I be afraid of a bomb or the road or an accident or to fall off anything? Fear is endless and shouldn't control us.
Surviving this catastrophe, he says, is making him a stronger person. Emil was lucky he escaped with leg injuries and his family were in another church. But there were others, 45, who were not so lucky. They lost their lives and left behind a heart-stricken families. One is Marianne, whose husband Raouf Thabit, a deacon at the church, was killed in the suicide bomb attack.
He called me from church at 8 a.m. to go and join him. While my kids and I were getting dressed, we had an explosion and the children said it was the church. Since then, it's been mixed feelings. Though I know he's in heaven and should be happy for him, I've been very sad and can't stop crying. Sweet memories of my husband are on my mind all the time.
But in spite of losing her husband in such tragic circumstances, Marianne showed a rare form of bravery and tolerance.
Now I know that my husband has gone to heaven. It's a pleasant gift from God. I'm sure he's happy and comfortable there, and his prayers for us will always be answered.
Yasser Hakim for CGTN, Tanta.